So we have x equals ut plus half a squared. Okay, so we recognize that the a that we're trying to find is part of term here. So we're going to get rid of every other term for find a, which is part of. Now this term ut is added to this quantity here. So get rid of it by subtract. But when we say added, we're not talking about this plus sign. We're talking about this positive sign in front. Because if we had a minus or a negative ut here, we'd have to use plus. If we had a negative sign, have to use. So it's really the sign in front work. This cancels this, and we have to subtract ut as well from the other side. So we're gonna have x minus ut equals half a squared. Okay, so now what do we do now? Okay, so my idea is to recognize that half of 80 squared is same 80 squared divided by 2. So I think I like to do that first, but what we can actually do, we can get rid of each of these terms that are affecting a that we're trying to find. Because both half and t squared are multiplying a, we can get rid of any one of them at a time. Now we get rid of the 2 by multiplying by what? Okay, so this 2 will cancel out this 2. Remember, everything here is actually multiplying, saying half times a times t squared times 2. So 2 can cancel 2. We multiply this side as well by what? By 2 as well, right? And so 2 times this quantity, I'm going to just leave it as 2 open bracket x minus ut close bracket. Okay, and then on this side I'm left with what? A squared. Now t squared as a quantity is connected to a by multiplication, so remove it by division. Do that to both sides. So t squared cancel t squared, and we're left with what? A, and we're written on the left hand side right away, equals 2 open bracket x minus ut, right, t with a comma. And no, we don't need to get the t's together. The focus is really on a, getting a as subject of the formula, and this is just one quantity as a fraction, so fine. So we know what the formula for a is, and now we can evaluate it, although we could have evaluated just like this by putting the values for x and transpose until we get a, but we can just simply work with the formula since we actually have a already as a subject. So all we're going to do now is substitute quantity x. We have x here, but we weren't given a value for x. Okay, so let's see what we have. We have v. Okay, so I think this is where we have u, but we don't have x. So I'm going to just change this to an x here because we don't have any v in the formula. So let's make this x a v, or should I say make this v and x. All right, so we have where we have x bit, change the color, so where we have v inputs there. Good. All right, easy and done. Okay, so x is equal to 18. If you wonder what I did there, it's just that we have v equals 18 and there's no v in the formula, so we just simply change the v to a slight error. So x is 18 minus u being 5. Remember, it's u times t, so it's 5 times the value of t, which is 2, over t squared, so that's gonna be 2 squared because t is actually, and so this is gonna be now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna work within the brackets first, and we can work the denominator, which is 2 squared, which is 4, and in the bracket we have 18 minus what? We have to work out the multiplication first before we can do subtraction, right? So it's 18 minus collectively 10, 5 2 is 10, 18 minus 10, which is really 8, so it's going to be 2 times 8 over 4, and we can say, okay, well, since we're multiplying these two quantities in the numerator, we can divide by the denominator. So we're gonna 4 and 4 goes 48 goes twice, 2 times 2, which is actually what? 4. So a is equal to 4.